if you want to start your own, first of all, you have to believe in yourself and say that, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm ready to do this, and I'm ready to face any risk that is out there.
Hello folks, thank you very much for tuning in with me to the Charles Edwards Show. It is a pleasing pleasure to be with you today. Of course, I'm your host, Charles Edwards, the man they call the Motivator, coming to you live from my Skyline office studio in a beautiful downtown Westlands, Nairobi. I've got an incredible show lined up for you today. And of course, today with me in the show, it's my very good friend and a brother from another mother. He's called Kennedy Osore. He's a guy who is a musician. He is also working with the young boys and girls, training them on how to be good footballers. And he has got something special that is the soccer academy within the slums of Kangemi. And he's always passionate about empowering the youth. So, let us welcome Kennedy Osore into the show. Thank you very much, Kennedy Osore. How are you?
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
First of all, praise Jesus to the ones who are watching. I'm so much happy to be here. I'm so much honored to be here. And what I can say is I'm so happy at this point of time, ready to share my views and whatever I do to the world out there. Yeah.
Maybe Kennedy Osore, you basically know yourself, or you call yourself K Dala. Maybe you tell us a little about this little name, K Dala.
Okay. My real ID name is Kennedy Osore. That's my real ID name, Kenyan name. Kedala name, this came on the artist part. I'm an artist. I do gospel music to serve the Lord. So that's where Kedala came from. And my real name that I use is Kennedy Osore. On the other things that I do in coaching, the motivating and teaching of children, I use my real ID name, which is Kennedy Osore.
Kennedy Osore.
Yeah.
Maybe Kennedy Osore, would you tell us, for the sake of the viewers, would you tell us a little story about yourself and how you found yourself into this art kind of field?
Okay. Thank you so much once more. Okay, this journey started a long time ago. I didn't realize it that earlier. That was the year 2011. So that's when I realized this. I can be an artist. We had a group at school. We used to do music.
Yes.
So in that group, we decided that we can do something else apart from doing music in school. So we formed a group, and we called it Hood Hustlers. We were 4 members. So we used to do music. So at that level, we also did record one music. So we were not that serious with it, but later on we came and realized, yes, we can do this. And right now, I thank God so much for this point I am, because I've recorded more music and still a lot to come. Yeah.
Maybe would you tell us, this team that you had, this group that you had when you were at high school, is this school group still existing? And are you still together, or you had to part ways at some point?
Okay, for now, we are not there no more as a group. Everyone is working personally, individually, because working in a group was so difficult for us. You find that when you need to practice, there's one person missing due to challenges. So you find it very, very difficult for us to come together and to work as a group. So as much as we were working as a group, there were a lot of challenges that we were facing. So each and everyone parted ways. But I myself, I stood and I said that this is my purpose, and I decided I'll not give up on it. I'll push it on, and I will do it. And right now, I'm still doing it, and I'm serving the Lord with it.
It's still strong and going.
Still strong and going.
Do you think can this part of this team, are those those people who are in that team, do you think that all of them stood up to this task that you are doing in terms of music and arts and kind of thing? Were they all able to transit into life with this kind of art, or they had to look for some other things to do?
Okay, you never know whatever is in a mind of a person. But as I said earlier, when we started as a group, but we didn't know what we want. We were just there, so we were just doing it. But later on, when I realized that yes, this is my purpose, and this is what I need to do. Lord, this is what I can do to serve you. So I don't know what was on the mind of the others, but for right now, some of them are doing different kind of stuffs, but for now I don't know. But for me, as I said earlier, I'm still pushing on it, and I'm still doing it. Yeah.
So basically, you try to talk about it's like you are following what is inside you. It's like you're following your passion.
Yeah.
You inside that group, you ended up discovering what your passion was, and you followed that passion. Yeah. You took that route.
Yeah.
And maybe would you tell us, how can someone discover his own purpose in life and start following that purpose?
Okay, this is a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky because you might find yourself, you are a teacher, and maybe your purpose is to sing for God. Or you can find yourself, you're a football player, but your purpose is to be a teacher. Or you can find yourself maybe a great singer, but my purpose is to be a preacher. So it's a bit tricky. So what you have to do, you have to seek the Lord and ask God, what is my real purpose to do? I think that's what I can say. Yeah, because it's a bit tricky. You find yourself, you're being told by a preacher, maybe you are a singer, and your purpose is not to be a singer. Your purpose is to be something different else. So what I can just ask people is to seek the Lord and tell God, ask God, what is my purpose? What am I created to do? Yeah,
that's very good. And you see, most of us, we say that we lack success in life. We lack achieving this greatness in life because most of us, we tend to follow things that are not in line with our purpose. And I don't know what your belief in this. Do you think that following your purpose will lead to greatness in life? Or what is your suggestion? What is your take on that?
Yeah, that's totally true. If I be living my purpose, I know it can lead me to success because I'll do it 100%, and I'll keep focusing on it, and I'll give a lot of sacrifice into it. Already when that moment I realize that this is my purpose, this is what I need to do, then I'll give it all if I want to be there.
Give it your best, and give it all, all of your life.
I give it all.
Now, maybe, Kedala, you see, most of us, we tend to follow things that maybe are not lined with what we want in life. And if a kid was to wake up today and walked up to you, this kid walks up to you and he needs or she needs the best advice from you in your simple language, in the best language you can ever have. What would you tell this child? Because this child is looking for ways on how to pursue in the music field or in the art field, or he want to achieve his own greatness. What would be your simplest way to explain to this child?
Okay, good question. Maybe this child, he or she wants to be successful in his or her life. So, okay, my advice to him or her will be just very simple. You just, at the moment you realize that this is what I want to do, and the most important thing that we need also to remember, education is the key. Education is everything. So, I'll tell him or her, to keep focused and be courageous in whatever that he or she does in life. So that to be there. And always keep God first in whatever he or she doing in her life. To be focused in whatever he or she does, and will be successful in life.
So that's very wonderful. Education is the key of life. And if you have focus, you put God first and you persist in what you're doing, you have a bunch of keys in your life. Thank you very much. Now, what would you say is your number one key to success in what you do? What would you say is your number one key to success?
Okay, my number one key to success is God. As I said earlier, I'm a Christian, and from the Bible, the Word of God says that if you need anything in life, you have to put God first. And that has been so encouraging in my life, and I know that God is there. So I'm doing this thing knowing that I'm not going to fail, because I know God is by my side. He's watching over me. I know God is there on his hands are on the thermostat. So I know he's guiding me. He's there for me. So I'm going to do this perfectly, because I know there's someone who's there watching over me. So when I'm going to fall, he's going to lift me up. And if it's not for me, then it's not for me. And if he says yes, it's yes. And if he says no, it's no.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you. Kennedy, you've produced your songs. You've come up with several songs. You have, how many albums do you have so far?
Okay, so far I have 2 albums and 2 mixtapes. Yeah,
that's good.
So an album, my album consists of 18 songs, both albums, and the 2 mixtapes, both of them consist of 12 songs. Yeah, both singles. They are singles, and some are featured different various artists. Yeah.
So basing on all these things that you've done, you've recorded music, you work with youth and all that. But sometimes we feel we reach a point where we reach a point of no return. So maybe would you tell us your biggest failure in life? In all that you do.
Okay, my biggest failure in life was to copy what other people were doing. I think that was my biggest failure, because I was trying to do what others are doing, which is not mine. So I think that was my biggest failure. Like there's a time I tried to do a rap in English, which I cannot. So I tried it, and the viewers, the feedback wasn't positively. It was totally negatively. So what I can say, my biggest failure was copying, doing what others are doing. So the moment I realized that I should be me, I should do whatever comes from me, that's the moment I realized that I can be me. So my biggest failure was copying from others. So I can urge the viewers who are watching that if you want to make it, do it on your own. Do whatever that pleases you, that comes from your heart. God will surely bless it because it's from you. But if I'm trying to copy whatever my friend is doing or whatever the other guy is doing, I'll be doing whatever is doing. I won't be doing me. So I think that was my biggest failure, trying to do what others are doing.
Ken, you've tried to answer my very next question, but I would just want you to now frame it better in a way that is very specific. What would you think was your learning point? What did you learn from this failure in your life?
Okay, what I learned in this failure, as I said earlier, I did the music, and I tried to do it in English, which my words were not fitting in on it very well, the way it's supposed to be. So what I learned from that failure was that I should be myself, because I thought that the outcome was going to be good. For my friends, I thought they're going to give me a good feedback, but at the end of it, it was a total failure. So at that point, I realized that I should do what it's coming from me. And the moment I did that, the results were totally positively. And if you stood and focused and believe in yourself, the most important thing is believing in yourself. Because I didn't believe in myself that I can do it. So I used to copy, like I'm trying to rap like that person. So I didn't believe in myself because I thought that people are really listening to this guy. So I want to do like that guy. So when I tried to do the same like that guy, I was doing whatever that guy is doing. So I wasn't doing me. I was doing that guy stuff. So that's what I learned. And from it, it has really made me reach at this point of where I am. I can do my own things because I know it's from me. God has given it, and I know it's coming from God. So I know it's me because I believe in myself.
The other day I was sharing with you, and you kind of tried to show me a lot of stuff that you do, and I was like amazed. How can just this one person do all this stuff? And you see, sometimes when you want to do a lot of these things, sometimes at some point in life you want to stop at some point. I don't know what keeps you going when the going gets tough.
Okay, on my side, there were a lot of challenges while I was starting this, balancing or coaching the children, and at the same point, you also have to do music, and you have to give it all. Both of them, you have to give it all. So I came and I said that I'm going to balance them all. In this life, you have to plan yourself. You have to have a program of your life. You just not wake up in the morning and decide, today I'm going to do this, after this I'm going to do this. You have to plan yourself. Okay, and on my side, I normally have a program of myself each and every single day. If I wake up in the morning, I'm going to do a morning devotion. I'm going to pray for this time to this time. After there, I'm going to do this and this and this. So I have to have a program. Like today, normally I set my program a full week. I set my program for full week, that this is what I'm going to do on Monday, this is what I'm going to do on Tuesday, this is what I'm going to do on Friday, and so on. I think it has been really, really helpful in my life, and it has really, really supported in my life, and to do what is right and to please everyone. Because if you set and plan ahead, everything will be good to you.
That's good. And K Dala, if you were to start today, whatever you're doing today, what would you do? Would you do differently from what you did that led to all these failures and all these, and make you even propel yourself much more faster and higher?
Okay, if I was to start my own today, first of all, I will learn from others' failures first, whatever they failed to achieve in whatever they are doing. And another thing, I will believe in myself as I'm starting this. I will keep focusing on it and ready to do and ready to face the risks that are there. Like when I was starting this journey of being an artist and this journey of coaching children, I never knew I'd reach to this point whereby I'll have more than 70 young youths to coaching them, taking me, looking me as a leader, looking me as a father to them. So the moment I started this, and I say to myself, yes, I can do this. But there were a lot of critics out there who are saying that you're just making jokes. You just do this and you'll end up leaving it alone. But to me, on my side, it was a bigger challenge as I was starting. But I came not to go through that challenge, but to grow from that challenge. And growing from that challenge, it was have made me to this point of time that I'm here right now. And I'm so happy, and I thank God so much that this soccer school that I started back in 2011 now is bigger one, and most of the people are talking about it. So I thank God so much. Like in our region here in Westlands, it's so bigger. If you go to in Nairobi, the name is big and it's known by people. The team is Lopez Football Academy. So I thank God so much also. And apart from that, being an artist also, I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a Sunday school teacher. So with doing all these things have made me grow. So what I can tell to those people who are listening, that if you want to start your own, first of all, you have to believe in yourself and say that, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm ready to do this, and I'm ready to face any risk that is out there. And most of all, that most people forget to do, they normally not to put God in whatever you're doing. The moment you forget about God, then your things are going not to be on the right path. Yes, you can start. Things might be quite doing well on the starting line, but on the finishing line, it becomes more difficult for you. That's why many people always fail. But if you put God into it and believe in yourself, then everything is going to be cool on your side, and you will make it. So with those challenges that I was going through, I didn't just go through them, I grew through them. That's what has made me to reach this point of time. The academy has already stood. It still is working. Kidala as an artist is still going on. Kidala as a Sunday school teacher is still teaching. Kidala as a motivational speaker is still speaking to the youth. Yeah.
That's very good. It means what I try to get from your point is that once you say yes to your dreams, you say yes to your goals, you say yes to your passion, even those people who will have to support you will beat their path to what you're doing. And therefore we see you recording your music without any single cent coming from your pocket. And I think that is a lesson that most of us should learn, that practice your stuff. And by the end of the day, people will see what you're doing, and they will be able also and willing to help you to add some taste into what people are doing out there, rather than copying what other people do. And maybe part of that, you've said that with your team, you've done great job and much you've done. And I don't want to ask any question apart of that team. And maybe what I just want to ask you, what question keeps ringing into your mind as you work in these goals, you work with this team, and you work on your music and you motivate people? What rings in your mind every day?
The question that always ring on my mind when I'm not doing anything, just seated wondering if I don't see tomorrow again, where will I end up being, or where will I go? So that question has been really, really, really running in my mind.
Where will you go if you don't make it tomorrow? So imagine today, the whole universe is watching us today, and you are sitting in front of the camera, or you are sitting in front of the audience, and you are talking to the whole universe today, and the whole universe is looking up to you. They want your best advice, and they want your best truth, and those things that you've learned in life. What 3 single truths will you have to tell the world if today was your last day?
Very simple. If today I was to tell the world 3 simple things. First of all, I'm a victim. I'll use myself as an example. First of all, God first. Everything to me, God is everything. Jesus everywhere. So, as the word of God says that anything that you're going to do, if you put me first, and I'm going to make all your ways possible unto you. So that's the first thing I can say to our viewers. You have to put God first in whatever you're doing. Secondly, you have to be a prayerful person. And being a prayerful person also, it carries a lot of stuff inside it. This focuses on also worshiping God, going to church, helping people out there, all those things, reading the Word of God. And the third thing, believing in yourself. Believing in yourself is a bigger word, because to me, as I know it, it consists of a lot of stuff. It consists of focusing, because you have to focus with your life. It consists of being courageous. You have to be courageous. Yes, I can do this. You have to be brave. Yes, I can do this. I'm ready to take risks that are there. You cannot make it. Don't get your approval to people. You get your approval from God, and you get your approval from yourself. Yes, I know I'm the best. Yes, I know I can do it. Yes, I know I'm the best rapper. Yes, I know I'm the best footballer. By believing in yourself. Yeah,
that's good. You've spoken. One or two things that I would get from you is that prayer first, because prayer is the key to unlock the things that God has for us from heaven. True. And let them dispense them here on earth for us. And number two is believe in yourself. And that is a very great thing to tell, because people don't believe in themselves. Majority of people don't believe in themselves. We have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of dreams and goals. But at some point, we don't believe in ourselves, and we keep on letting them aside and start chasing things that don't belong to us. Ken, what would you say is your true definition, personal true definition of the word greatness?
Wow. Greatness to me, I have so many words. I have so many definitions on it. To me, greatness is something beyond ordinary, something bigger, something huge.
Something
beyond ordinary.
Beyond ordinary. And what would you say is your life vision today? In 5 years' time, how do you see your life?
Okay. In 5 years' time, seeing my life as a great person. With God giving us that opportunity to be there till that point of time. I see myself as a greater person. Already to me, I'm a greater person, because I believe in myself. I'm a greater person. I don't need people's approval for me to be great, because already I believe in myself. I'm a greater person. To this point of time that I've reached, I know I'm a greater person, because many people I know are wishing me to be where I am today. Many people are wishing to be where I am right now. So I believe and I see as myself as a greater person. And for those coming years, I'm seeing myself also being a greater person and ready to achieve bigger things. And my biggest desire or my biggest dream has been this young generation that I'm supporting. To me, it's like a ladder to them, to their success. Like this, the soccer school team. Basically, the reason of starting this was the things that were happening around our area. Most of the young children were lost in the use of drugs. You find most of them are lost in crimes. So I decided that what can I do so that I can help a life out there. So I decided with this ball, I'm going to help these youths out there. And it was a great calling, and it has been really helpful because it keeps the youths busy. Right now, some of the players that I've been coaching, most of them are linked up in bigger teams in our federation league level, like the National Super League and the Kenyan Premier League. Most of them are linked there. I think it's a bigger achievement to me and most of them and to the community around, because most of them with this soccer, it has encouraged them to focus with their life and to know what they desire in life. With this, it has made them relieve from the dangers out there, like in the use of drugs, being in crime. It has really helped a lot, and we thank God so much. So to me, that I believe I'm a greater person because I took it by myself, and at this point of time, I still also by myself. There is no any company which is supporting. I'm just there by myself with God's grace. Yeah.
Wow. And these are much of the things that happen into the slums. People getting into drugs, involving themselves into crime. And with that little football, they can do a lot. And that one can get them away from this, whatever that they might get involved in. And Ken, this has been one of my best interview ever.
Thank you.
And
thank
I
you.
like having you into the show, and maybe one of these fine days I'll be hosting you again.
Thank you so much.
Where can people connect with you, either online or offline?
Online, you can check on K-Dala Facebook page. I'm not that much into social media thing. So, but I have a Facebook account by the name K-Dala. So we have a page for the football team. Lopez Football Academy. Lopez Football Academy. Yeah, LOPEZ Lopez Football Academy. Our Facebook page, and at that page there is my number. You can just contact. So, and I have my own also account, Facebook account by the name K-Dala. Yeah.
And do you, part of those music that you've sung, do you have them online? Do you have a few copies online?
Yeah, I have a few copies online, but there is no video. So you can just check on, I have my channel, K-Dala, K-Dala on YouTube. You can just check on K-Dala, K-DALLAH. Yeah.
Then we will get some few clips of what you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. And offline, they can get you from where you are.
Offline, they can get me where I am. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And maybe you do a lot of stuff. Could you do for us something little that can prove to our audiences what you do and what you're passionate about?
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. I've done a lot of songs. I'm a writer. I normally write. But the mainly part that I'm focusing on, that I know I am best at, is at rapping.
Yeah.
I can do best in rap, and I believe in myself. I'm the best rapper. Yeah.
Maybe
by serving God.
You can zoom it. Can you zoom it? Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do a freestyle. Yeah, a rap freestyle. So it goes like this. Journey to success ilikuwa so hard that I never expect, but Jesus Christ ndiye alikuwa to my bridge to success. Akani bless baraka zikaja in excess. Waliodhani tuliofanya nonsense quizzes wanadai sindio best of the best, yani guess of the guess. But guess what, let's mind about the rest. Judala, do the best.
Come on, Dala. That was a nice piece from you.
Yeah.
And I would just say thank you so much for being part of this show today. And I'm very honored. And to you, our listener, this is the end of the show. And if you want, should you be willing to, or you want to have you in the show, but it's just a great honor from you, K-Dala. And to you, our listener, this is the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Good video. See you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.